Yeah, please open your PPT.
Yeah, this is my PPT. This is showing
And
lesson 6 to 10.
okay,
So can I explain?
okay, over to you.
Yeah, yeah. In this session, I will explain the following contents. Modules, import data into the blueprint view settings, sum and lookup functions, functional areas. So for that, there are the topics. What is the module? How to create a module? What is a grid view and a blueprint view? System module and how to create a system module. Time functions, how to copy a module, data import method, what is copy down and copy across, what is sum function and lookup function, what is meant by functional areas. So let's start with the module. Modules are the key components of Anaplan. Modules are these multi-dimensional homes for the data. The data is displayed in the grid format similar to the spreadsheet, but with an important difference. Module can hold more than two dimensions. You can build a module with the dimensions such as time, versions, and list. Modules work together to form a model. How to create a module? These are the steps. Steps to create a module. First, select the modules in the model setting bar. Second, select insert module. Third, type the module name. Fourth, type the line items in the line item box. Then click OK. So I'll show you in my workspace. So I'm opening my workspace. This is my workspace. And this is a module tab. I click on module tab. Then insert. Click insert. Write any of the module name. For example, I am writing example module. Example module. In the line items, I give the dimensions, line items there, L1, L2, L3, L4. And for the pages, I give any of the dimensions. So I am giving the G2 country as a dimension. You can give any of the dimensions there. So this is how the module is created. So this is a rows. L1, L2, L3s are in the rows, and this is a pay selector where you put I put the dimensions G2 country there. It is in this the date which are showing it is in a column side. It appears in the column side. So this is how the module is created. So now going back to the PPT. What module grid view? Module grid view. The grid view is the default view of a module. Grid view initially displays the data in the layout created on the new module screen, but the layout can be changed later. The dimension list and the line items included in the module are shown as the page selector columns and rows, which I already told you, described you. Uh, Module blueprint view. The blueprint view of a module gives the model builders a behind the scenes view of the module. The blueprint view is where the model builders can add formulas to perform the calculation in the line items or update the format of the line items. The blueprint view is also where the model builder can adjust the dimension, list, time, versions that apply to the module or the specific line items. So these are the line items. These are the module defaults. These are the formula bar, and this is a format. This is applies to, this is a time and version. So I'll show you in my workspace. So for that, let me open this. I'll show you. This toggle is a blueprint view. This is a blueprint view. This is the rows where the line items are there. This is a format. We can change any of the format for the particular line items. We can do booleans, date, time, periods, list, text, no data, etc. For the formulas, for calculations, activities, for the any of the line items, we can give the formulas there, or we can click here two times and we can give the formulas here also. Summary. We, it is a by default some there. We can give anything there like no no data also there applies to. I have give the example module the G2. We can G2 country as a dimension. So I can give any things to the locations, line items also. But and the time scale, we choose any of the time there which are given in the which are you mentioned in the time settings, in this time settings which are you mentioned earlier. So for example, I am going to delete these line items and creating a new line items there. I'm deleting this line items. This is how to delete the line items there. So I am creating a new line items. So this is a plus sign to insert any line items there. So I am putting number line item, boolean, uh, time period, date, text, list, no data, and I am putting it on the end. Yeah, this is how the blueprint view I'm showing you in a number. It is already given there number for the boolean. I choose boolean for the time period. I select time period. We can give any of the week, quarter, half year, any of the time period there. So I am taking a month there by default month there. For the date, I'll choose the date. For the text, I'll choose the text. For the list, I'll choose the list. And for the list, we can select any of the dimensions, any of the general list. So I select G3 location there. For the no data, I choose no data there. Then going back to grid view, this is how it shows. In the number, we can only give any of the numbers there. We can't write anything, any alphabetical. So I am writing in a plan. It is invalid because it is a number format. It is in number format for Boolean. When we take any of the mm, column, it shows it is a true. When it is false, it shows nothing there in the Boolean. And for choosing every Boolean in a column, just write true there in the formula bar, and it appears everywhere, tick everywhere. And if we create a false there, it all automatically disappears all the tick marks for the time period. I choose any of the time period, and for the date, I choose any of the date according to the time settings, which I mentioned here already. So going back to example module, this is a text module. So we can write anything there, any word there. For example, I am writing Anaplan, and you can give any numbers to it also. I gave 1000 to it. This shows in a text format. In a list, the list which I selected is appearing in this column. No data. For no data, I can't write anything. I am typing right now, but I can't write anything because it is a no data there. So this is how the blueprint works. And this is a formula bar. This is a summary. We can give it to the none also. In the summary, we can give any all formula to it. And time summary, you can give formula any all to this. In a time scale, I choose the month. We can choose any of the quarter, year, month, day in any of the uh, line items. So going to the time ranges, this shows the model calendar which I choose to earlier. For version, I have created all or not applicable. Better it will be in applicable, not applicable. For the style, I choose any styles for the particular line items. For for example, I choose the heading one. This shows my number in the heading one styles. For this, I'll select for Boolean, I select heading 3. It will change it into italic. For text, I selected summary 3. It bolds the text there. So this is how the style is used. And the cell counts are there, which shows how much cells are there in our line items. So this is a blueprint view. Going back to the PPT, some of the blueprints value views settings are format, formulas, summary, applies to time scale, versions, style, cell counts, notes, etc. I already told you about that. Explain it system modules. System module serves as the foundation for a model. System module should be used to used to hold data that may be needed or referenced by the other modules or line items in the model. System modules are often used for time setting, hierarchy details, and attributes, mapping dimensions into list or modules, filters, user lists. Time functions. You can use time functions to enable the time related calculations such as retrieve data for different time periods. Time functions are divided into two categories. Time series function. If you use the line items as an arguments for these functions, the source and the target line items must be the same time ranges. Example, lag, lead, moving sum, offset, post, previous, and etc. are comes in time series functions. Non-time series functions, we can read the data from line items that use different time ranges. For example, add months, dates, days, months to date, start, year value, and etc. are comes in non-time ranges. Creating a time system module. Example of system module. Select a module under the model setting. On the module screen, click insert module name sys00 sys syso time settings. The time dimension is added to the columns of the module by default. At the line items, first day of the month, last day of the month, current period, current period start, actual period, forecast period. So I'm going back to my workspace and I'm inserting a module, creating a module. Sys sys00 time setting module. For this, I am giving the line items first day of the month, first day of month, last day of month, as described in the PPT, current period. Uh, current start. After actual, and then forecast. These are my line items. So I'm giving the P2 product as a dimension there, only for the example. Yeah. So for this, I have to go to my blueprint view and I'm setting the format for first day of month to date, last day of month to date. For the current period, I keep it Boolean there. For the current period, I'll give the time there. date there. For the actual, I give any boolean there. For forecast, it is boolean. After that, I have to give the formulas for the particular line items. So I am giving the formulas for the first day of the month. So in the formula bar, click start bracket. When the formula is correct, it shows in a green color. It reflects a green color. For the last day of the month, write and bracket goes. For the current period, write current period start. Let me give that space there. Bracket close. Start. I think it's wrong. For the current period start. Once I'll check in the current period start. Let it work there. No, it's not working there. Some mistake is there. For the actual, I am giving start current period. Why it is not coming? Skipping this part because it's not working. So I'll check whether it is working in the actual. So writing the start. It is smaller than current period. So I write it start is smaller than current period. Data type is not matched for the functions. Date boolean. Okay. So let it be like this. This is how the shows. It shows the current. This is how the formula works. Now getting back to the how to do copy a module. Select module in the model settings bar. Select the module you want to copy. Then select copy. Type the module name. If you want to include the saved view in the copy module, then select includes all the views or the select default views which exclude saved views. Select include cell data in the module copied to include all the sales data in the copy. Select OK. So I'll show you how to copy the modules. So I'm selecting this. This is a copy option from which we can copy. Write any name for the copy, but I am giving it is a system time setting copy there. And for the functional areas, you can put anything there, but I am not putting. So I am clicking OK there. See, this is a new copy of system time settings there. This is a copy file. This is how we have to copy the file. If I do any changes in the system's time settings, it can't be appear in the time setting. It can't be reflect in any time setting copy there. If I do any values, put any values, any changes there, any additions there, it can't be shown in system time setting copy. So this is how to copy a module. In 13, data import method. There are four methods to import data into an Anaplan model. Manual. The simplest method for importing small data sets infrequently. There are file likes import file types like text data, comma separated values, CSV file, dot CSV file, data tab separated values, dot TSV files, export file type TXT files, comma separated files, and Excel files. In Anaplan Connect, client tools that import the export flat files. Connect can be used to extract data from the JDBC database on the schedule intervals. Extend transform load ETL connectors. Extract transforms and load ETL connectors are also known as IPers. The ETL tool requires a connector to Anaplan API. Some customers need to build their own connectors. REST API. This import method allows Anaplan customers to build a custom data integration with the platform. The REST API offers the most configuration options for the importing the data. So I'll explain you about how to manually import data. So let me go back to my workspace. So for this, I'm creating a module. I'm giving a module name volumes. There. I took I take P2 production product is a dimension there. And for the line items, I put volumes there. And in the column, time are already given there by default. So I'm clicking on it. This is how the module created. And after that, I'm pivoting it. I put my P2 products in the rows. It is displayed according to my views. I selected it is according to my views through the pivot. Now I have to click the data, then click import. Now upload the new file in the downloads. I have already downloaded the file. So I'm searching for the file volumes. Yeah, it is showing volumes plus input. So I'm taking these files there. So I have opened this. In this, first of all, we have to see the file comes in the header or not. So in this, the file is on not in the header, first row, header row. So we have to select second row there. And for this, we have to select third row there. Yeah, now it's correct. For the time setting, 1 minute. Let me, I done something wrong there. I put the headers on the two and numbers of rows, three. Yeah, for the time, I choose that header. The time shows in red color. So it's a header part. For the P2 products, I choose the product code. This is shown in green color. The volumes, I select fixed volume. Because there is one volume is there. So I've selected this. After this, I have to select I have to check every tabs there. So I'm checking every tab. In this, they are showing YYYMMM, the year in YYYMMM, 2019 October, like this. So we have to select YYMM in this file. Uh, it is showing that it is shown in a green color. It shows that it is a proper mapping there. If it is in blue color, it shows there is no proper mapping there. And the volume line items, I select the fixed target there, volumes there. Then I am running the import. Yeah, something is failed there, but it's okay. We'll do it again. But the data is coming. Data appears in the module there. So this is how we can import any data from the outside source in a manual way. So getting back to the PPT, copy down and copy across option. In the module, copy data in a cell across or down. It's quickly way to copy the values from the selected cell to all cells below or to the right. Whenever we have a more data there, we can copy from the copy down, copy across it in a easy way. To copy data across, you can select a cell. To copy the data across, you can select a cell, then select the copy across icons to the right of the toolbar. In the toolbar, select edit, then select copy across in the drop down menu. To copy down, you can select a cell and then select a copy down icon to the right of the toolbar. In the toolbar, select edit, then select copy down in the drop down menu. I'll show you in my PPT. Uh, by the way, this is also a copy down option. This is also a copy down, copy across option. You can choose here from here also, and you can choose from clicking edit. There you can get the copy across and copy down there also. So I'm doing the copyright, so copy down. So for this, if I select this, I'll copy down all the values in the rows. For this, I have selected this key crumbs, and I have to copy all that value. Those are given in the columns. So I'll do the copy across there. This is how I copied. It reflects in a green color. That means it copies all the data from here to here in a particular line items. This is how we use copy data across and copy data down option. After this, I have a sum function. After this, sum function. The sum function aggregation function. The sum function aggregation functions some value in the result module based on a mapping from a source module. For example, you can use the sum function to sum revenue across the several products categories. Syntax: value to sum, uh, semicolon, mapping, sum, comma, sum, column, semicolon, mapping to, comma, etc. The sum function returns a numeric result. The line items that contains the sum function must be dimensioned by all the dimensions used for the mapping arguments. Uh, Practical example of the sum function. Uh, Use case: as the merchandise analyzed the factory you committed to buying the 1000 sweaters now needs the size breakout. To start your analysis, you will sum product sales by size. These are examples given there. Source module products. There are 4 products. Line item sales there. Target module size sales one, size one, size two are given there. So these are examples. So we are using these examples. So going to the general list. Insert a list there. Uh, One is product, and one is size. I'll put in an end of the list. This is this is how I created. In the products, I'll put the top level all products there. And same in the sizes, I put all sizes there. Now I have to open the all products in a grid view. In all products, I am inserting the products. Product 1, product product 2, product 3, product 4. I'm inserting the list items there, which are shown in the examples. So this is the products. Now opening the grid view, I'm giving a code to all the products. So I'm giving a product to product 1, P2 for the product 2, P3 for product 3, P4 for product 4. Like this, I'm giving it, I'm opening the size also. I'm sorry. I'm inserting a size there, size 1, size 2. Now going back to grid view, I'm giving the code name also for the size 1. Size is size 1, size 2 is size 2 S2. After creating the list, I'm going back to module. Now there I'm inserting a module. Module name, what will be the module name? Product product list. So for this, I'm taking a product. I'm giving up product module. Giving product there and giving the, I don't need a time there. So I'm giving the size there. Only product there. In the line items, I'm giving anything. And now I'm pivoting it. I'm forget to protect. 1 minute. I've done some mistakes. So 1 minute. Let me know. Delete. Uh, product size there. Yeah, now it is correct. So I'm pivoting it. Yeah, now it is correct. For the product in a blueprint view, I'm taking for the product uh, list where list are given product which I created earlier. Yeah, for sizes, I'll give the size. How I'll check the size there. For 1 and 2, they are given product 1 and 2 for the size 1 and product 3 and 4 for the size 2. So I'm selecting for the product 100 for this. Let me change the blueprint view of this. I'll put it in a number form, decimal. I'll put in a currency. Currency. It show in this I write 100, 300, 400. Well, I will remove the yeah. Now I'm inserting the product file there, removing the time and writing product there, creating a one module also. Product, products, module. I'm giving the product there. After pivoting it, yeah. And for the size list, I create a size giving the size, size cells for the size cells. I'm pivoting the size there. Just forgot to import, insert a line item there. So I'm inserting size cells there. Something bind with the, I've done something mistake. So I'm creating this. I have to create it once again. So I am removing the product module also. I've done some mistakes there. So I'm removing. Yeah. And size cells also. Now I'm inserting a module product sales there and removing the time, giving the product and giving the line items product sales there. Yeah. Now it is correct. So now I'm pivoting the product sales. This is how I want to see my module. Like that, I have to create a size cell module also. Size cells. In this, I am creating the sales module, size sales module, and removing the time because I don't need a time there. Giving the size there. After doing this, I'm pivoting the line items to the columns and sizes to the rows according to my views. So this is how I created this. Now getting back to the product sum which I created here. 1 minute, I have to pivot it. Yeah, now it is correct. 1 minute, let me change the numbers of the size there. So I'm changing to the text. It will be much better for me. Or I'll put in the number there. Better I put the number there. Better I put the number there. It will be much easier for me to explain. So I put a number. I'll put nothing there. Then going back to the part, I'm writing 100. I'm writing 200 here. I'm writing 300 there. I'm writing 400 there. I can remove the all products also. For the all products, I do there, none there. Yeah, now it is correct. Uh, Now how to get the 100 there, 100 there. Okay. After getting this, I have to create a formula, but I'm skipping this part. So going back to lookup function, use the lookup functions to look up values in the source module or list and displays the values in the target module. For example, you could took up the salary for each employee in a module based on a grade and region. Then you could display the salaries in the result. Syntax values to look up uh, semicolon mapping, comma lookup, semicolon mapping, bracket close. These are the formula syntax. The lookup function returns the result of the same data as the source arguments. Practical example of lookup function. SPV of store operations wants to provide top-down guidance to the district manager on her expectations are the comp stores growth for the next year. You will set each store's growth initially to the target percentage. These are the source given in the module L1 region, module stores, target system modules, module systems 20, store properties. There are four stores there. There are two regions there. Now going back to pivot. Pivot enables you to Pivot enables you to move your dimensions, list line items, times, or version between the rows and columns or display them as a page selector. They are the two types of data source, module view and custom view. You can only pivot custom views. You create a module view in the source module, its dimensions are fixed and cannot be pivoted. As a custom view enables you to customize the grid direction within the pivot sort. Filters ensure selections customizations are not preserved when you pivot the dimensions to the page level. I will already show you how to pivot the table. This is a pivot option. We can do it earlier at the time of the model building, and before after the model building we can also pivot the line items and dimensions there. There are the in pivot there are the three dimension pages, columns and rows where we put the dimensions there. Drag the dimension and put in pages. So we can put in the columns. By default in columns they are giving time settings there. And now okay, this is the way you can pivot or design our module according to itself ourselves. So now going back to the PPT, assign the functional areas to the modules. Workspace administration can assign functional areas to the modules in the model. To assign the functional areas to the module, select module in the model settings bar. Then select the modules you want to assign for a functional area. To select functional area 2. Select the drop down in the functional area select cell of the module. Select a functional area from the list if you module contains safe view. They also display in the chosen functional areas. Select the module in the model settings bar. Then select the module you want to assign a functional area. To the select the drop down in the functional area cells. The module select the functional area from the list. So I've select this module. I'm going to the functional area. I'll choose for products for product sales. I can write all products here. Yeah, it shows here. This is how I can select any functional areas. I can give any functional areas to particular module. Now going back to the conclusion. In this session, I have concluded the following contents: module, import data into the module, sum and lookup function, functional areas. So I have completed my to lesson 10 part. So
Thank
I'm
you. Thank
right
you, Ravi.
now. I'm exiting like okay. Thank you.